And what's going on, kings and queens? My name is De-Jon Mitchell, alongside Julian Atkins, alongside Tyler Newkirk, and this is Inside the Den. What's going on, man? It's a lot of exciting things to talk about this week. We got a lot of important business things to talk about as far as exams. We're going to be talking about football. We had a huge win. It's so much to talk about, but first, how are you guys doing? How are you feeling, Julian? How was your week? How was your weekend? What was going on?
I'm feeling all right. I'm feeling, relaxed after that long traumatic weekend that we had to, call the game. I was filling in for you and I held it down for you, my brother.
Yeah, good job.
You know what I'm talking about, with Ray Pack alongside with the broadcast booth. And a traumatic win for the Dragons, but Vicente Luis Juan Pena hit a field goal with 6 seconds left. The players stormed the field. Probably would have been flagged, could have been flagged, should have been flagged maybe, or, by the grace of God, it was not. And, here's Lane, the second win of the season.
Well, Julian is already ahead of the game. We haven't got to our sports segment yet, but you can see he's excited. Julian got a chance to call the game last week and did some color, but I'm glad you covered it and had fun with it. What about you, Tyler? How was your weekend? I think you went to Chicago, right?
Yeah, I went back to the crib. I went back home, and that was not dramatic, but it was a little, I guess, special weekend for me. It was my little sister's senior night, and I kind of popped in on it and took a quick flight out there and was able to surprise her. So that was definitely a good feeling. Great to go back home and to see some family and obviously surprise my sister. I got a chance to see my former high school get a great blowout win, which was great to see. It was also a shutout. I'm a defensive guy, by the way. But no, it was a dope weekend all around. Yeah. And I'm glad to be back to school and finish up these next 4 to 5 weeks we have left.
There you go.
Back to family.
And that is true. Speaking of that, it is October 22nd. I'm looking at the calendar. It's almost that time. It's almost that time. So we have a lot of big announcements. Before that, I always like to say I had a decent weekend myself. I missed the football game, and the game I missed was exciting. But I had a lot of just trying to catch up with not really catch up, but I have a lot of work to do. It's my last semester, so I'm trying to get so many things done as far as projects, assignments, and I'm excited for this next couple of weeks. But speaking of these next couple of weeks, all right, we have some very important messages, I guess we could say. So the sophomore proficiency exam, that is here, October 1st through the 31st. It's the 22nd, so October 31st is coming up. That needs to be done, sophomores, and I believe everyone, they're saying. That needs to be done. There it is there. Please get that done, and that is required. Get that done. Also, and that is also on Blackboard. That's also on Blackboard. Also,
and CAMS, by the way.
CAMS, and I'm having my messages. If you have any questions about that, you're going to contact Mr. Eric Perry, all right? He's in CMAC 106, all right? Also, for seniors like myself, the senior major field test is going to be Thursday, October 25th, and we have some schedules around campus, and I'm looking at my schedule here. They have the majors already set. Your biology, business, communication, criminal justice, history, chemistry, computer science, English, mathematics, sociology. It's all here, okay? Make sure you look at, got a schedule here, you can't zoom in, but make sure you look at these schedules, and it'll have the assigned classroom that you'll take it in, also the assigned professors, proctors that's going to be giving the test, and so get that done. So we have that. We have our sophomore exam, our senior exam. Registration for spring has begun. If you have not done so yet, please go ahead and register for your classes. Get in your classes, because we know that they can fill up quick, and then you know how that can go.
That's the last thing you want to be trying to register for classes.
Exactly.
At the last minute, and you can only get in one class, so there's one seat left, and the waiting list and all that. Just get ahead of it early and jump on top of it.
Yes.
The sooner, the better, because you'll be stressed out.
You ever been stressed out because you couldn't?
Oh.
What is your classification?
I'm a second semester freshman. I'm supposed to be a sophomore, but a school that I went to in Memphis kind of messed up my credits, didn't transfer here, so I am standing as a second semester freshman at Lane College.
Always think that's funny when people are like, yes, I'm a second semester junior. You never say that you're a junior. You just always have to throw that second semester in. I feel it though, but hey, don't rush it. Don't rush it. You have a long way to go.
This is your future right here. This is your future.
This is your future. So make sure you take that sophomore exam too. That's it. Okay. Make sure you get that. Make sure you get that done. All right. So yes, we got the registration for spring. Also, which Jay told me earlier that I added, you must be out of the dorms by November 25th. Not November 26th, not the 27th.
Not the 24th.
You must be out of your dorms by November 25th. Is that right?
You have to be
21st. I am so sorry about that, and that's why I love Jay, because she's back there. November 21st, you have to be out of your dorm.
And you have to be out there by 5 o'clock, not 5:01, not 5:02, not 5:03, by 5
5:01.
o'clock.
Okay.
Well, I mean, but if you think about it, it actually makes sense, though, now that she just corrected us and said it was the 21st, because if I'm not mistaken, Thanksgiving is the 22nd.
That is true.
And I think that Wednesday is the 21st.
That is true.
And so that, yeah, that,
You
that
know,
makes total sense.
I really love that they changed that this semester too,
Yeah.
because you know we've ended the semester before Thanksgiving break, so we don't have to come back
Exactly.
after Thanksgiving break for fun, especially like people like me who's
Yeah.
going to the West Coast and having to come back
Cali life.
for 2 weeks
Uh-huh.
for finals and then to get another ticket. You know, so that's very convenient. Shout out to whoever put that together. All right, because that was perfect.
It's just a dope idea in general, though, because we get
Yes.
a big break. You know, we get
Yes.
to kick it with our family instead of having to kick it with our family, come back, finish school, and, you know, have all that stuff kind of clouded in our minds.
Yep.
So, yeah, shout out. That's dope. That was really, really a dope idea. I'm loving it.
Do you like that idea? I know you like that idea. Are you ready for Thanksgiving? You ready to
You
eat
ready
some
for
turkey?
Thanksgiving?
Now,
A
you
little
gotta-
turkey, little turkey, ham, mac and cheese.
With the way that my
The
family
greens.
we're going to be eating more
Y'all
than
gonna eat
that.
them good? Where you from, Julian? This is Julian's first time on Inside the Den. So, you know, give him a chance. Where are you from?
Well, I am from Memphis, Tennessee, even though it doesn't seem like it. I don't sound like I'm from Memphis, Tennessee. A lot of people tell me that I don't look or sound like I'm from Memphis, Tennessee, but I am M-Town born and raised, just raised different.
Let him know.
M-Town.
Let him know.
Him
Let him
too,
know.
boy.
He said, I'm just raised differently. Okay, well, I'm different.
The upside,
I'm different. Okay.
upside down W, you know?
Also, I failed to mention, there will be a pink out for Wednesday's chapel.
Indeed,
All right,
yeah.
there will be a pink out. I believe that's for breast cancer awareness. So that's a very good cause. Pink out Wednesday for chapel.
Wear your pink shirts. It doesn't matter.
I know you did not just do this as if you had a pink shirt on.
Oh,
It's a blue shirt.
my bad. I'm sorry.
Yeah, it's so bad. And there it is there. Look at that graphic. That's a beautiful graphic. Pink
think
out,
K-On
Chapel
put
and
that together.
CMAC Auditorium Wednesday at 11. Wear pink for breast cancer awareness. That's what I'm talking about. Go Lane College.
And special shout out to our director, K-On Young, who put that graphic together. I was with him early when he did it. So, you know, special shout out to him. And also, special shout out to all of not only breast cancer, but all of the
Yeah.
cancer survivors and
Yeah. And you-
the ones pushing through.
Speaking of K-On, I just want to mention he is a survivor as well. K-On had K-On had an incident.
A traumatic
during the game,
experience.
and we'll talk about it later. He was just very excited about the game.
I
and-
think he got a little overheated.
I think he was so excited about the play that he was just wanted to shock. He wanted to shock. But shout out to K.R. Young. And guess what, folks? We'll be right back with more of Inside the Den.
He didn't break the camera.
This is a homage beat. The library located in CMAC at Lane College is not only the pursuit of potential, but it is where we learn to succeed. With over a collection of 90,000 volumes of print and non-print materials, the library provides 10,942 ebooks for faculty members, students, and staff members. Sections are designed for individual study, small group study rooms, seminars, viewing rooms, and computer facilities. Staffed with 3 beautiful librarians, this is definitely where true potential is conquered.
Welcome back to Inside the Den. If you're just tuning in with us, I'm De-Jon Mitchell, Julian Atkins, Tyler Newkirk. This last segment we talked about some important important business that needs to be taken care of. In this segment, we're going to be talking about some sports. And I know we're excited to talk about football, but let's talk about volleyball. We're going to give a shout out to the volleyball team. They're playing tonight. They're playing as we speak, actually, across the street, well, down the street, I would say. In JCM, they're facing off against Oakwood.
They're playing at JCM?
JCM.
Playing at the,
Are they in the gym?
I think so.
We're just such
I'm
bad.
not
We're bad
100%
analysts. We're bad analysts. How
They're
do we not
bad.
know?
They're bad.
I don't know. Well, anyways, yeah, shout out to the volleyball team. Then October 22nd, Mississippi University at 6 p.m., all right? So everybody come out to that game this Thursday, volleyball, girls volleyball, October 22nd, Mississippi University, all right? Go Lady Dragons.
Definitely looking forward to calling that game. Not calling it,
Are you
excuse
calling
me. No, that's going to be a little shaky. Definitely look forward to streaming the game because we are supposedly we're going to do a production Thursday. So
Okay.
I think me and I speak on behalf of the rest of the production crew. We look forward to calling that game for the ladies. So good luck.
Good luck, good luck. All right. Now, Julian, Tyler, the moment we have been waiting for. The football team won their second game of the season against
Miles College.
Miles College. When was the last time we beat Miles College? You already fell in your
Scratch
test.
your head, right?
He fell in
Yeah.
his test. He was
You
supposed
the
to
beginner.
He was supposed to pull this up. It's all a test. What did I tell you?
You called the
before show?
game.
I called the game. Ray didn't mention all of that.
Not, it don't depend on Ray.
Homework.
See, this is
We
what
the
we're
vets. We
trying
didn't
to
call the
teach
game.
people.
Hold on.
There go Pena
Homework.
right there. There's Pena. That boy, that's a bad boy. I try to tell you like Sebastian Janikowski. But anyways, no, God, for real, let's get serious.
Homework.
Let's get serious. Now,
Wait a
cut
minute,
it out, cut it out. All right, look, cut it out. Look, all right. Our guys won the football game. It was a score of 14-15 against Miles College, and what a comeback they did. You were at the game. Talk about it, Julie. Now you have the floor to talk about the football game and what you accessed from the game.
It was a wonderful experience meeting Ray first. He's a very interesting guy. He's very friendly. He's very
Okay.
cool to get along with, and he's very nice. He let me do play-by-play for the second quarter with like 9 minutes left.
Okay, what happened in the football game?
Well, Quantavious Wilson was the only person that scored, but Vicente Luis Juan Pena had 3 field goals, not one, not even 2, but 3 field goals. 3 field goals in the game, including that last field goal to win the game for the Dragons, and I think he was the leading scorer. Yeah, he was the leading scorer in this game over Quantavious Wilson, who had that 54-yard touchdown pass from Marcus Reynolds to end off the second half. Well, not really to end off, with like 6 seconds left in the second half, in the second quarter, I mean. It was a traumatic game. It was a very, very emotional game. I knew this was going to be a good game. Some people did not expect Lane to win this game. Nobody expected Lane to win this game, but, big-time players make big-time plays, and Kenneth Williams, one of the senior defensive backs, is a big part of that made field goal. There's the replacement for JoJo Jeffrey, Ryan Whitaker, running the ball there. JoJo Jeffrey didn't get the start, but he was a key factor in this game too. He made some plays, and Kenneth. But let's get back to Kenneth Williams. He made one of the biggest, probably the biggest defensive play in the game. He broke up that pass from Daniel Smith, which forced Mount College to punt.
Yeah, and I'm looking at the stats and looking at the quarterback comparison. Marcus Reynolds just had an exceptional day passing and rushing. If I'm not mistaken, he had 160 yards in the air, and then he also rushed. Did he rush for 143 yards as well? He had over 100 yards rushing and over 100 yards passing for a touchdown. And the difference between Marcus Reynolds this week, no turnovers, no interception. He didn't have any turnovers, which is good. And the defense is playing well. I believe, I have my guy Bryce back there. Are we number 12 defense? We have the number 12 defense, I believe, in Division II. I think I checked. Yeah, I checked. A couple of guys posted. We have the number 12 defense. Yes, Travis Streeter. Yeah, they have number 12 defense people in Division II. That is huge. It's a lot of good teams in Division II, and the defense is really stepping up. Only giving up 14 points to Miles. I haven't really seen, other than the Hampton game, I haven't seen the defense give up too many points. So I'm definitely just happy for this team and happy for the players and the momentum, going into the remainder of the season. I don't even think a lot of this, I don't want to say, the students have doubted this team, but they have just shown resilience these past couple of weeks, winning homecoming, winning against Miles, and they're doing it with pride. And I've seen them turn up after the game in the locker room. What a sight to see.
Well, yeah, and then kind of piggyback off of that, as far as the defense goes, the defense has been the backbone of this team. Defense has been carrying this team throughout the entire season, has played a big part in both the wins and even the losses that they've taken this up to this point in the season. But I do think, speaking offensively, this would be a breakout week for the offense as they face a Kentucky State team who is 0-8. They have struggled after coming off of a blowout loss last week against Tuskegee, 37-0. So offensively, I think this is a big week for them to kind of pick themselves up and to regather themselves and to start really igniting this offense to see how powerful, how explosive they could potentially be. So I think this is the offensive calling week right here.
Yeah,
the defense should continue to do what they've been doing.
Yeah, what a big week it was senior night. So shout out to all the seniors and for them to go out with a win. Well, it was their last home game. Right. Shout out to all the seniors, and also shout out to Pena, who was the special teams player of the week. Congratulations, Pena. Yeah, congratulations. That was a great moment. But all right, folks, we'll be right back with more Inside the Den.
You gonna get a ticket?
A parking ticket? Man, I wish somebody would give me a parking ticket. Get out of here with that. I'm stuck. Wow.
That's what you get. How much?
That's
How
crazy.
much?
$50.
I bet you get that parking ticket. I bet you listen
Man, that's
to me.
crazy.
I bet you
That is crazy. Attention all Lane College students. Please be sure to get your parking decal. You can purchase a decal in the cashier's office. Parking decals are $50.
The library located in CMAC at Lane College is not only the pursuit of potential, but it is where we learn to succeed. With over a collection of 90,000 volumes of print and non-print materials, the library provides 10,942 ebooks for faculty members, students, and staff members. Sections are designed for individual study, small group study rooms, seminars, viewing rooms, and computer facilities. Staffed with 3 beautiful librarians, this is definitely where true potential is conquered.
And welcome back to more of Inside the Den. We're going to pick up, and we were talking about the football game. I want to talk a little bit more about that, especially it being senior night and Pena having the special teams player of the week. And then also coming up, they have Kentucky State. Kentucky State is coming in. They haven't won a game. They just lost to Tuskegee. Tuskegee homecoming. It was 37-0. So Kentucky State is going to come in here desperate for. We're going to Kentucky State. Excuse me, Bryce. Bryce looking at me like, bro, if you don't get it right, dog, we're going there. But yes, we're going to go to Kentucky State, and I know they're desperate for a win. Yeah. We're still hungry to keep winning. So what's the expectations coming into this next game?
I think Lane College just has to continue with the game plan that they've been going with these past couple of weeks. And, I think their big-time players need to make big-time plays in big-time situations like they did in this last game against Miles College. And they don't need to get out-coached. They need to be a little bit more disciplined because they had too many penalties. They had 4 penalties leading up to that touchdown drive from Daniel Smith. I don't know why I keep calling him Jalen. from Daniel Smith to Lee Anthony Robinson, pass play. Their defensive line needs to be a little bit more disciplined, not biting on the hard count.
Yep.
You know, it's
You hear
all
that,
about
Bryce?
discipline.
Bryce, do you hear that? I know I'm gonna keep picking on Bryce. Bryce is here. Bryce, don't be joking off. Don't be joking. Like, it ain't me. It ain't me. But yeah, that's good to know. That's true. You have to stay disciplined, and penalties. You want to get that cleaned up because that penalties are so crucial to the game. What is your take? Because we got to keep going. What is your take about next week?
This is also a big week to not get complacent if you're in Lane College. If you're in Lane, this is I ain't gonna say it's a trap week because we also don't have necessarily the best record, but this is a trap week in the sense that they haven't won a game, and this is a game that they think is very winnable. They think they can come into this game considering Lane has only won 2 games, and they're gonna be able to hang and win this game. So their confidence level is gonna be higher than probably what it should be as an 0-8 team. So this is it can get tricky, get testy. I think it's one of those games where you got 2 teams who kind of trying to work their way back up, and I think this could end up becoming a shootout if Lane lets it get to that point. I think Lane is coming into this game as the top dog, and Kentucky State is going to be playing the underdog role. So if they can kind of keep them in check and keep them on that leash, then I think they ought to be able to get this win, no problem.
Hey, in college football, anything is possible.
Anything
true. Can happen.
That's true. It's good to
get over the confidence.
it feels good to also say that Lane is not the underdog.
Exactly.
This week.
Yeah.
You know, like look how that changes. Look how numbers don't lie.
Yeah.
You know, numbers don't lie, and because we have some wins on our belt, and the team doesn't have any wins, we're coming in, and hey, they said Lane may get this one. So just good luck to the football team, and we expect nothing but greatness. Just win, baby, like outdated some stuff. But all right, we're gonna go into our soapbox. All right.
Wait, quick. Wasn't it? I'm sorry, wasn't it a big point? Like the biggest takeaway I think Saturday was the feint. I just wanted to kind of touch on it. Like what happened with the feint?
We're gonna. I forgot about this. It was just a special someone who just got a little excited, just a little too excited about the game. He was actually recording the game.
One of our special people.
One of our special guys.
Okay.
He got so excited and decided that this is just too much. This is just too much. Like, oh no, not me. But he did good. We did good. We still love him.
Yeah, we got to mess with him. I'm sorry. We just have to mess with you a little bit. We said your name earlier. We're going to keep you nameless right now. I'm sorry.
Anyways, our soapbox segment, man. Look, we're going to be talking about procrastination this week, all right, for our soapbox. And we do have finals coming up. It's got crunch time. We know it's the last couple of weeks. A lot of us have assignments, projects, exams, just a lot of studying and a lot of just focus that needs to go into this last couple of weeks. We're going to talk about procrastination. Do you guys procrastinate? And
Absolutely.
Do you procrastinate?
Yep.
What are some things that you procrastinate on, and how do you feel like it affects you in the long run?
Especially school, the big assignments.
Okay.
But I also think that everybody procrastinates. I don't think it's just me or just a couple people. I think everybody procrastinates, especially when it comes to big assignments. Like I know I have a 10 to 12 page paper coming up, and while I still have a lot of time to get it done, there's also been a lot of procrastinating. I've had it since the beginning of the semester. Yet still procrastinating. It's a fairly easy assignment, but it's one of those things where you just you got so much time to get it done until you don't.
Exactly.
But I mean, procrastination, I think everybody goes through it. Everybody has it. But now I guess it's really time to buckle down, considering the fact that we only have 4 or 5 weeks left of school. And so, procrastination.
What about you, Julian?
Worst enemy.
You had to put everybody on the spot there. Oh, my goodness, bro. I have 2 papers coming up. I mean, I have plenty of time to do them.
Yep.
But, I'm probably gonna get it done like a week or 2 early, but I'm not gonna wait till the very last minute.
You're not gonna wait till the very, but you gonna wait. That's what you're saying.
You telling yourself you're gonna wait. Come on, you gotta at least try.
So it's just like
I am gonna try.
It's just like that. Wait on the Lord, and He. Hey, y'all don't know.
So this is American Idol, huh? We just gonna start
probably
singing.
don't know
I
about
can't
this.
sing, but
Churches?
You ever know wait on the Lord?
Yeah, I know that.
Come on, man. Come on now. But look, when it comes to procrastination, though, you just have to really focus in and tune in on what you got to do, because even though this is my thing.
I was about to say procrastination for a senior. How did that?
But this is my thing. I don't procrastinate in the sense that You guys made me lose my train of thought. But anyways, it's him, man. He just clowns too much. What I was trying to say, I feel like people procrastinate, at least like me. I feel like I work better under pressure. So when it's crunch time, depending on what the assignment is, but when it's crunch time, I feel like I'm much better, especially at papers.
That makes sense.
Like,
yeah.
I feel like I'm much better when I know it's due. When I know it's due tomorrow. Like if it's due tomorrow, I know like, all right, I gotta get it done. And for some reason, I don't know what it is, but for some reason, I have the greatest ideas when I'm under pressure.
Yeah.
But like when I have a lot of time to think about something, I just feel like I just have too much time. Even though I like to get my work done, and I'm getting projects done and stuff right now.
Yeah, you're a senior. You ready to get up out
I'm not playing no
there?
games with that. So you know what I'm saying. I'm trying to graduate and get my things going. So, but students, please don't procrastinate. You know what I'm saying. Just try
not to procrastinate.
Get it done. You know, just be excellent. Be great.
Be great. Don't be good. Be great.
Don't be good. Be great. And you know, it's funny.
My slogan: be savage, never average.
Who taught you that?
Me.
You came up with that with yourself?
Yes. You deserve an A++.
Julian, he ain't came up with that by himself. He ain't came up by himself.
Google quote of the week.
Look, everyone, America, Jackson. Look from America to Jackson. It's all right. It's been one of those type of weeks. I procrastinated. But look, I want to thank everybody for tuning in. I want to thank the football team for winning. I want to thank my production team back there. I want to thank Jade. I want to thank Bryce. I want to thank everybody that's back there, Kayon. Everybody's back there. I'm missing names. Miss Peters, Dr. Miller. I want to thank everybody. And please tune in next week to Inside the Den. I'm De-Jon Mitchell. This is Julian Atkins. This is Tyler Newkirk. Peace, love.
It's so. We like y'all.
See y'all later, y'all.
Thank you.
Have you ever felt?
Are you listening? Damn.